So, Sergey, let's go.
Yeah, hello everyone. Let me share my screen. So today I have a couple of issues for triage as usual. Second, let's start. First one issue, it's more probably about user experience improvement. And let me explain. In the product page, in admin and in the category, we have attribute description. So we can put some description and so on, but it has limitation, the length like this number. And it's quite reasonable, but in case if admin user decided to fill like a lot of texts, a lot of symbols, very huge amount, the text will be just cut and admin will be not notified. And this bug about not increasing amount of symbols allowed, but add some message to notify like admin user. There are some limit of symbols in this text box. Product description and category description. So as you know, probably this user experience could be in like a lot of places like Twitter. When you try to use like more than symbol, you will be notified, but it will not be just, For me, it makes sense. I'm sure it's not like P0, of course, but nice to have. Nice to have.
Yeah, I think this one's probably a good P3 S3, right? So I think it's a good change, but yeah, not necessarily P0.
Okay. P. Yeah. This issue, if short about translation, we have a message like when user try to apply invalid coupon, the message on the shopping cart on checkout will be shown like the coupon code is not valid. And but there are a problem to like apply translation to this message by recommended way. So user add this line and the variant in German in the correct file for translate. But it's still not applied on the checkout, and seems something in code is missing that allow to translate this phrase. So expected results when user use incorrect coupon code on German locale, it should be displayed like on German, but now it displays on English.
Got it. Yeah, this would be. If you know German, that's going to be a tough one for you, or you don't know. It's going to be a tough one otherwise. So I'd say probably P3 S2 on that one. So
Yes, I think it's not only about German, it's about
right.
probably this line in code is not like something marked as translatable.
Yep.
Okay. Go to the next one. Yeah, it's probably, I don't know, is it dev experience or it's like main Magento flow? Okay, let me explain. In Magento CLI in console, there are commands like setup, upgrade. And usually it used when we add some module or change some module or just do upgrade Magento from one version to another. And this command setup upgrade has like defined arguments like verbose. It means that if any error occurs, it will be shown detailed message what is going wrong and should help developer to understand and fix. But on the fact this argument doesn't work at all, and very long. Sorry. Sorry. A very long example. Yes. And admin user use this, not admin user, developers, whatever, who is upgrading, use this command and receive like general error message, type error occurred in blah 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 some intersection. It says nothing, to be honest, for person who work on it, and the expected results, it just use it as it should work and display like detailed trace what is going wrong, which general exception that we can find in system log or exception log. So this
Yep.
issue only about fix this verbose argument.
Yeah, this one would probably be a P3, but probably an S4 because it's not necessarily customer facing, but P3 S4. So
Okay, thank you. Next one issue. Yeah, this issue about import-export functionality and again improving messages. Let me describe. For example, we are gonna to do some import-export, and we prepare CSV file with products and SKU, and we have URL keys for it. But during all huge amount of records, we have some duplication of URL keys. So it's not valid for Magento, and this file should be like rejected and at least notified for admin user. And expected results, there should be some friendly message like what exactly going wrong with sorry, with SKU and URL key. But in Magento, uh, we receive some not readable message like undefined something. It happens because when Magento prepares this message to display, this logic cannot find product name. And actually, this notice error message that admin users see, it's result of sorry, I cannot prepare a message for you if they in common.
yep.
So the proposition is like fix this message and add more valuable information like product SKU to this instead of product name, because name is not required in CSV file, but SKU is unique and
Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, I definitely I think this would be a good thing to get fixed. Doesn't happen very often in terms of imports and such, but I think it's still worth a P3 S3. Actually, I would say P3 S2 on that one. It's a bit more annoying than just a simple text fix because it does prevent that. So
Yeah, I agree, and it probably is the main flaw to like add huge amount of products that could be prepared
yeah,
by third-party system. And
yeah.
yeah, okay. Next one about functionality RSS feeds, and it's a quite old issue, but anyway, the steps to reproduce is the next. Enable RSS feed and, for example, to notify about new products and special products. Then go to the storefront and open the RSS page and click Get Feed, get this information. And after first attempt to load it, user will be see like exception error. But after refresh the page, like press F5, it will be as expected. So the problem only when we just first attempt to load this feed.
Got it.
Not sure how popular this functionality, but probably it's nice to have it fixed.
Yeah, yeah. Probably I would say just I think your average P3 S3 on this one as well. it would be good to get it fixed. But like you said, not a P0.
Oh, it seems all from me for today meetings. Ova, do you have something
Yeah, I
today?
have few more issues.
Okay, please proceed.
Can you please stop your sharing, Casey?
Yeah, yeah.
I have 4 issues. Yeah. First issue related to configurable product, and yeah, as you know, we use hash and some query parameters when we open some configurable products to predefine color and other options. But if we will go to the URL just with hash without additional query parameters like this, we should get the base page without any selected options. But in this case, options will be selected in some random random behavior. So in general, if we just put additional hash to URL, nothing should be changed. It should be a base page without any additional pre-selected options.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a sense of how frequently this will happen. I mean, it is configurable product, which is quite popular. I would probably I would say a P3 S2 on this one.
Yeah, agree. I'm not sure it's pretty common situation because it can happen just in case if someone add manually this hash to the URL because yeah, by default we don't use this hash if we just open configurable product.
Mm,
But you know,
right.
probably our integration of some other logic try to prepare this URL to get the product, and something goes bad, and information after this hashtag is just null, for example. And this integration give me this product and receive some result. And this integration could suppose it valid result, but you know, I think you got my example. Not sure it's like critical, but technically it could lead to the incorrect result and possibly some user will receive not expected product with different options, size, so on. But again, it's probably very edge case.
Yeah, and I think severity 2 is really good for this issue.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
let's
give it at
go.
that. So maybe, yeah. So I think that makes sense.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Yeah, it's also back in our CSV import functionality. So what exactly this is back about when we upload some CSV file with some existing product. After that, we change category for the product or add additional one. So, as example, product one has assigned category A. After that, we upload the CSV file and we change that currently product assigned to category B instead of category A. After that, we import this CSV file to Magento, and we see that Magento will show that currently product assigned to two categories, to A and B. But we really in CSV file we removed this A category. So we should have just the product should be assigned just for category B, but really how it works now, it assigned it to category A and to category B at the same time.
Got it.
So from this, in general, from the CSV file, we can't remove all old assigned category.
Yeah, this one I would say is a good candidate for a P3S2. Again, like this is unexpected behavior. It doesn't inhibit downtime and such, but it is more than average for sure, and something we want to get right.
Okay. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, this issue related to DHL shipping. I'm not fully know correct behavior that should be, but currently we have two options for DHL. It's document and non-document. And the contributors say that he discussed questions with DHL team, and if we select non-document option, we also should have some options for send the document. But in our case, we have this option. We should have some delivery time to send the documents if we select non-documents method. I don't know what behavior is correct.
I was participating in some discussion about this bug a long time ago, and as I remember, there are some like requirements from DHL side about this, except this case. And seems during Magento has several options per select and so on, and seems this combination is not like supported or incorrect from the DHL perspective to communication. So you just missed this case, seems in implementation, and it's supposed bug describes a behavior that like DHL is supposed to work with these options. It's just high level as I remember.
Yeah, I don't get a sense of frequency on this one, but I think it sounds like they've done some work here with the HL. I think probably also a P3, but then an S2 on this one. So let's I say get it right, but not necessarily above other work.
Okay, and the last one. Yeah, it's a pretty old bug related to the review grid and in general to all our old grids. So just for some information, currently in Magento we have two types of grids. It's new grid based on UI components and old ones that was developed before UI components library was created. And yeah, in different places we have the different grids. And this bug related to the old grids. Yeah, the main bug is we have the button select all, and in this case we should select all items, but we select just items on current page.
So let me add, in new grid was added like select all visible and select all, but in old, yes.
Yeah, I will show the screenshot. Currently in UI component grid, we have two options, select all. That means that we will select all items that we have and select all on this page. And the same with deselect. But in our old grids, we don't have these options. We have just the options select all that select just items on current page. So at least from my point of view, we should align this behavior because yeah, from the user perspective, he shouldn't see the difference between our grids. They look the same, and they should have the same functionality.
Yeah, in ideal world, probably all old grids should be converted to new one, but I don't know, do we have this task in backlog or not? At least for now, probably it makes sense to fix it. Old grid.
Yeah, this has just been around a long time. Yeah, I would say probably
Yes.
just, I mean, at most a P3, but maybe even an S4, right? There's good reason why we haven't really touched this in a while. Uh,
Mhm.
Not opposed to it. It doesn't hurt anything, but um, very low severity.
Okay. That's it from my side. I think that's it for today. At all. Uh, Thank you, Eric, for your time. Thank
Great,
you.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All
Bye.
right, have a good day.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.